Did you know the average American owes at least $90,000? That balloons up to a national debt profile of over 31 trillion US dollars. But what if I told you there are easy ways to get out of debt? But first, let's save that money.
Save that money.
No matter how huge your debt is, here are the 5 easy tips to stay away from debt. Step 1. Instantly get rid of as much debt as you can.
The way you get out of debt is not about math. You get sick and tired of being sick and tired. You have an I've had it moment where you say, that's it! I've had it! And until you've had that moment, I can't really help you.
Get rid of as much debt as you can almost instantly by either selling something associated with the debt or other stuff that you simply don't need that can help you pay down your debt faster. This will drive down the amount of interest you get to pay and set you on track to debt freedom. But for this to happen, you need to see debt as a problem. Most people have grown comfortable with debt, but you must react to debt like it's some kind of disease. And this is just one of the 5 easy cures for debt. Step 2. Say no to any and all new debt.
You want to be able to focus on achieving your goal of saving, paying down debt, getting to that financially stable point, and then building money into your budget to spend on the things that you want, your non-essentials. But right now, you really want to focus on avoiding any unnecessary debt that can distract you or derail you from getting to that point of financial stability.
Now that may mean you have to take some radical steps. Maybe you have to cut up your credit cards, or at least put them away so you're not carrying them around and can be tempted to use them. The other thing you've got to do is understand where your money is going. You can't leave these things to chance. Keep a watchful eye on your finances. Now you know what they call that, budgeting. You have to understand where your money is going. There are plenty of free tools you can use to do that. Check out our other videos for more info on this. Step 3, increase your income. Now I know that's sort of an easy thing to say, and I'm going to show you a specific example. Some of the things I've done in the past, you get a second job, or some of you, with 2 jobs, you get a 3rd job now again, depending on your circumstances. This may or may not be practical, but remember that we're really focused on and willing to do just about anything to get out of debt. Even a relatively small amount of extra income can go a long way to paying off your debt. I want to give you a specific example, and this one is with a side hustle. So maybe you can't get a 2nd or 3rd job, but there are plenty of side hustles out there where you can earn a little extra money. Well, last month, a good friend made about $400 in advertising revenue from her channel. It's not enough money to retire, but it's some good bucks, and I'll take it too. Well, if we use that money to add to our debt repayment, what impact would it have? Now remember, without it, 6.5 years and just under $5,800 in interest to pay off a $10,000 debt. If we add the $400 a month in extra payments, look at that, it drops to just 1.5 years, and the total interest drops from $6,000 to under $1,300. The real key takeaway is that adding even relatively small amounts of money to what you're paying off on your debts each month will significantly decrease both the time it takes you to get out of debt and the interest that you pay now. For you, it may not be $400, it may be $50, it may be for some of you more, but if you can generate that extra income, whether it's from a side hustle, a second job selling stuff, whatever you can do, apply it to your debt. It's going to significantly speed up your journey to getting out of debt. A friend started a personal finance blog, and trust me, to begin with, she made almost nothing. I think the first 6 months working night and day on it, she made $100 total. That's not per month, that was for 6 months. But over time, it started to make a little bit more money and a little bit more, and she was able to apply that money to her debt, and the result was exactly what I just showed you. It supercharged her journey to debt freedom. Step 4, reduce your expenses.
Ways of reducing your expenses. Having your coffee at home instead of buying it out, making breakfast at home instead of buying a breakfast sandwich, and instead of going out to eat for lunch, you bring your lunch from home. So those are all great things. Well, what else can you do? Well, a lot of us enjoy going out to eat, or just going to museums or going to shows. So one thing that my wife and I do is we'll like to go out to eat. Just, it's social, it gets us out of the house, change of venue, etc. But what we'll do is we'll share a meal. And maybe sometimes we'll get an appetizer with it instead of getting 2 meals and the appetizer, or 2 appetizers. So we're saving money. The other way we save money is we'll get water sometimes instead of a soft drink or an alcoholic drink. So if you do that consistently every month or every couple weeks whenever you go out, you'd be surprised how much money you can save.
Now, I know that's sort of an easy thing to say, but I want to give you a specific strategy. We all know we can reduce our expenses by not eating out as much, not spending as much money on clothing or gadgets or taking expensive vacations. But what I came up with when I was trying to get out of debt was, are there ways that I can reduce our expenses without actually sacrificing our lifestyle? We can certainly save money by changing our lifestyle, but are there ways to save money without changing our lifestyle? I ended up calling these painless ways to save money, and it actually led to something that I call the money audit, and it's really simple. What we do is we go through all of our monthly bills. So this isn't, shopping for groceries or clothes, but the actual monthly bills. So this would include gym memberships, all our streaming services, any insurance that we have, of course, rent and mortgage, all of the loan payments. But, list all of our monthly bills. And I go down through them one by one and I ask basically 2 questions. Do I need it? If we have 5 streaming services, can I get rid of 3 or 4 or 5 of them? Do I really need all of them? Do I really need that gym membership? Now again, this is where you need to ask what if. What if I got rid of these things? How much would it really impact my life? You very well may choose to keep some or all of them. That's fine, but you should at least ask the question through each monthly bill. Do I really need this? Is it as important to me as getting out of debt? You have to make that decision for yourself. No one can make it for you, but that's exactly what we did. And what we found was when we got rid of some of those bills that we thought might be painful, we thought they might have a big impact on our lifestyle. Turns out they really didn't. Some of them had absolutely no impact at all. For example, we lowered our car insurance by increasing our deductible. You may shop for car insurance with different carriers and reduce what you're paying. That's a perfect example of saving money with absolutely no change to the way you're living now. What's really critical about this is when you are able to save money by going through this money audit that I've described, you absolutely need to put it towards your debt. Again, it could be because you get rid of things you don't need, like maybe your 5th streaming service, or you save money on something you need, like getting a better deal on car insurance. Whatever your approaches are, make sure you take what you save, add it to your total that you're putting towards all of your debt, and keep making those payments every single month. If you just save the money and forget about it, you're going to end up spending it on something else. All right, our final step is really, really critical.
The debt snowball is where you list your debts, smallest to largest, pay minimum payments on everything but the little one. You attack the little one with a vengeance. You're in debt, you're broke. You're not going out to eat. You're in debt, you're broke. You work all the time, you're in debt, you're broke.
Step 5, you need to use the debt snowball method. So what is that? The idea is when you add up all your monthly minimum payments, whatever that totals plus all the extra money you're putting towards your debt, whatever that is, you're going to continue to put that amount of money towards all of your debt until you're completely debt-free. Now, what does that mean? Well, keep in mind that over time, if you have more than one debt, one of them over time is going to get paid off. And when that happens, your total minimum monthly payments, of course, are going to go down because the debt you just paid off, you no longer have a minimum monthly payment. With the debt snowball method, though, you're not going to reduce what you're paying on your other debts. By that minimum monthly payment you no longer owe, you're simply going to take whatever that was and apply it to one of your existing debts. This will significantly decrease the time it would take for you to clear up all your debts. Thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more amazing updates. And always remember, control your money. Don't let your money control you. Stay tuned.